Sounds like a year. Actually, I'd think after 30, 45 seconds, something like that, I just got up and said, okay, we'll go, and this room was emptied in 2 seconds.
Along 20 miles of front, the most formidable armada of all time sails towards France, making the journey in reverse of William the Conqueror 9 centuries earlier. 5,000 ships, protected by 700 naval vessels, watched over by 13,000 planes, and carrying 140,000 troops. Out in the Channel, the storm hasn't died down yet. The weathermen have been mistaken about that. At last, battle orders can be opened. No, it's not Pas-de-Calais, it's Normandy. Meanwhile, on the English airfields, 20,000 paratroopers prepare for the big jump. 2 American divisions, the 101st under General Maxwell Taylor, and the 82nd under General Ridgway and General Gavin, and 1 British division under General Gale. Eisenhower has a heavy responsibility. It's been predicted that he could lose 80% of these men. They've never seen action and believe for a few hours only that they're going to play cowboys and Indians, that the whole thing is a big game. The pilots have stage fright even worse than the paratroopers. Between them, they have only a few dozen flying hours. They've been told, all you have to do is follow the plane in front of you. Don't worry about anything else. On the Cotentin Peninsula, the wind has blown them off their route. The pilots look for their drop zone and the flares. Go, 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 shout the sergeants. And everyone jumps a little wildly, scattered over 24 miles. Every man falls where he can, in a tree, in a garden, in the marshes, where he drowns. By morning, a regiment of the 82nd has succeeded in regrouping and taking its objective, Sainte-Mère-Église. A third of the paratroopers have fallen in the little village square, right in the middle of the Germans. The objective is the region between the Vire Valley and the Valley of the Orme. Security has been secured by 2 paratroop drops, one around Sainte-Mère-Église, 2 American divisions, and the other to the west of Caen, a British parachute division. Since dawn, the planes and battleships have been pounding the beaches. The landing itself will take place on 5 code-named beaches. Sword, in front of Oistrom, a British beach. Juno, in front of Corsair, a Canadian beach. Gold, in front of Arromanches, another British beach. And 2 American beaches, Omaha and Utah. The first near Vireville, and the second in front of Santa Marie-du-Mont. Altogether, 9 Allied divisions with about 200,000 men. Opposite them, 9 German divisions at about the same strength. The Allies haven't therefore got superiority on the ground. Nevertheless, on Utah Beach, everything is going well. The first assault wave is commanded by General Teddy Roosevelt, 57 years old, cousin of the President. The Air Force has leveled the Atlantic Wall. Some German land troops, stunned by the bombardment, surrender without a real fight. And the Americans advance immediately inland to rendezvous with the paratroops at Sainte-Mère-Église. The fascinated Normans can hardly believe their eyes, while the children stare open-mouthed at these soldiers from the skies. For the moment, it's a military walkover. So where are the Germans? They're there, crouching in ambush. A battalion of the 6th Regiment under Colonel von der Heide, specially trained for anti-air landing operations, waiting for the Americans on the road to Carentan. The German soldiers are well trained and still confident of defeating the untried Allied soldiers who are thrown ashore in what appears to be a desperate gamble. There are a few commanding officers, however, who understand more of the task facing them. Colonel von der Heide, who commands the anti-parachute operations around Carentan, had installed his command post in the village of Sainte-Marie-du-Mont. When he climbed into the church tower to look out towards the coast, he saw a sight that was enough to dishearten the bravest soldier. The Allied invasion fleet lay offshore, his soldiers hidden in the bushes, waiting for the first wave of American troops, were wise to skulk and hide in ambush. The tide of military power coming in was awesome. The first American prisoners confirm it. Yes, it really is the landing. But they seem to be thinking to themselves, wait and see what's in store for you. On the Omaha beach, all hell is let loose. The Allied Air Force has missed its target. The German defenses are intact. The first assault wave is stuck in the mud, but the others are already following. The second, third, and fourth. The tide rises. Thousands of men are crowded together between the sea and the cliff. The amphibian tanks have been put into the sea too soon. They're foundering, one after the other. General Cotter pulls himself up and drags along a handful of men to mount an assault on the blockhouse. The Omaha landing succeeds, but at a terrible price. 2,000 dead, wounded, or missing. At Hawk Point, the 225 Rangers of Colonel Ruder scale the cliffs with grappling irons and rope ladders. Mission: to neutralize a long-range battery. When they take possession of it, Colonel Ruder has lost half his men, and he sees that the guns aren't there. They've been moved inland. For 48 hours, the resistance had been trying to inform London. From the English coast, all night and all morning, gliders dropped 6,000 paratroops onto the banks of the Orne, somehow or other, more by luck than judgment.